Yo, 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 what's up, world? It's your boy Rob, Gio.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Real views. Yo, man, we got a great episode today. We got a special guest, a guy that went to elementary school with us. Like, let me tell you something about this guy, Nick. This guy, Nick, was the first man to ever exuberate confidence. I didn't even know what confidence was. I was a little pussy, had self-esteem issues. This guy, Nick, was a man. By the time he was in 4th grade, I used to have self-esteem issues. But Nick, he could get the girls. He had the walk. He was intelligent. He had the brother's wisdom. Now my man's a realtor. Oh, my God, dog. But, yeah, y'all, Nick is going to put us on the real estate game. The real estate game. You know, my boy's a landlord. My boy's a realtor. My boy has properties, man. Nick is doing it big. And so, without further ado, oh, man, Nick, man, what is good, dog? How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Wow, what an intro.
I know, that's what I said. Yo, what an intro, dog. Yo. Hey, you know I have it for everybody. I got it for everybody. I got one for everybody. Everyone gets a special one, dog. Yeah, Nick, dog. So just so we can get right into it, because you're a father, your husband. Let's not waste any of your time. Let's get right to it, dog. So, Nick, all right. What made you choose real estate as a career?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't my first thought. I don't think we wake up, you know, or be born and be like, okay, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a realtor, or, you know, it's just certain things that, you know, I was getting into. At first, this is how it went first. I was a server. I'm a server. I was a server. And, yeah, I was a server at a restaurant. And me and my wife, we were going to get married, right? We're getting married, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in this time of us actually, you know, going through that process of having our wedding done and picking out, you know, doing the wedding stuff, we were thinking about actually probably, you know, getting an apartment, right? Well, my wife was adamant about getting an apartment, only because she didn't want to stay with my parents. Okay. But you know, when we did talk, I was telling her, I'm like, listen, this is how we first got into actually buying our property. I was like, you know what? We're getting married. I really don't want to go into getting an apartment, only because, you know, it's like we're paying someone else's mortgage bills. And with that rent that you're paying, you know, that's you basically paying someone else's mortgage.
Yeah, right.
You know, and us understanding that, like, okay, we have the ability to get our own apartment, or we could stay with my parents or your parents and save our money to be able to purchase a property. You know, we're outweighing it and seeing which one works the best for us. And, you know, coming to the conclusion, for us, it was actually, you know, staying with our parents, staying with my parents. You know how Haitians are. Haitians, boy, you can't. That's the thing you can't do. You know, it's different. Like, it's like you in their house. You're not. There's no such thing as you can't even go in the fridge. It's like you can't come home late. You can't go in the fridge. You can't cook without them watching you like a hawk.
That's it, Bamunti.
Yeah, so you know, it's like, are you willing to go through that? Are you willing to go through that? You know, for the betterment of your family, or are you going to go and get an apartment? You know, and yes, you're free, but you know, you still come out. You still don't come out the same. Like, it's like you still don't come out with something that's yours.
Right.
And that's how we looked at it. That's for me. That's how I looked at it. You know, if we buy something, that's ours. We put a down payment. Yeah, that's ours. We paying down the mortgage. Yes, we're paying a monthly payment, but that's going towards our principle. That house is building equity.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Building equity, and it's appreciating in value. So these were the pros of actually purchasing a property. And it's just so many things that you can do with it. And yeah, that's the route that we took. We ended up going and sticking it out at my parents' house for about, I'll say 8 months to a year, and saved up our money, saved up our income taxes, saved up anything that we could, to be able to put down the down payment on our house and make sure we worked on our credit as well. Yeah, man. So that's how we started. That's how we got our first property.
That's a lot of discipline right there. A lot of
discipline. That takes a lot of discipline and a lot of teamwork on both your parts, because y'all both have to stay focused and not worry about, okay, we got this amount of money, we're good, even though we're staying with your folks at the time. Like, we could easily just start, spending, splurging, or whatever the case may be, but you have to stay disciplined and focus on, okay, like, listen, like, put this money aside. This is for a bigger cause and a greater good for us to one day have our own space and our own establishment and our own chaos, or whatever the case may be you want to call it. So y'all could be good. So, man. It's good. It's good how you put that into perspective. It's good.
Yeah. So for me, it was important because once we did it, we were doing the house shopping and stuff like that. We found different houses that we were interested in, but it was like, my wife has an intuition when it comes down to, like, houses. Like, it's just an intuition that she has. So for every property that we would go to, like, she would ask God, she'll pray to God and be like, you know what, if this is for us, then give me a sign. So that was the extra confirmation that we had when it came down to us actually purchasing our house. So that right there was important. I mean, and when we did get our house, the house that we got, it was, when I seen it, it was a rinky dink. It was not one of those turnkey where you can just go in and live into it. When we first got our house, and that's what she wanted. But for me, I was like, you know what? This is our starter home. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we can get this house, especially getting it at the price, getting it at a good deal, get it, rehab, do what we have to do, fix it up the way that we want it, and then move in. So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up rehabbing the house and getting it the way that we wanted it. And
so y'all broke the house. So y'all, well, not break the house down, but y'all broke particular parts within the house to change it into your liking.
Yeah. We definitely did. We did a lot of renovations to the house. But that goes back to us, being able to save our money and get our credit right to be able to do these things to the house, even though the house is a rinky dink. It's that discipline that you have, that you need to have to be able to look at the bigger picture.
Right. And Nick, just two questions. Just a side note, just for some guys or women that are going to do this, where they're going to live with their parents for a little bit. We just need a little tip from you, Nick, because you recently did it not too long ago. Should you throw moms some money for the electric bill from time to time?
Yes, absolutely.
We just need, some people need to know. Some people need to know.
Yes. Yeah. You definitely. You definitely need to pay something. You can't just live for free. Like, it's not like that.
I was about
you
to
gotta
say,
pay
somebody
something.
might be like, "Oh, gotta call the OG. Hey, mom, stand with you." Okay, and you saving all your money. You don't spend a single dime.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. You gotta really be disciplined, man. Like, you gotta set a goal. If you're not setting a goal, you're gonna stay there, and then you're gonna become a nuisance, and you don't want that to happen.
Woo!
So
no, not with Haitians.
No.
You already know.
Not with Haitians. They're gonna come for you. They're gonna come for you. They will come to you, and me knowing that, I know like we had to buckle down and do what we have to do. So yes, you do have to pay something, but it's that extra money that you do make or that you do come across. What is it that you do with it? You gotta, there's some expenses that you would have, some things that you're gonna have to sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice it, you're not gonna get into the position that you need to be in. So yeah, it's definitely a discipline thing.
Right. And then Nick, my second question was, you said you guys were getting your credit right. What were you guys doing to get your credit right? Do you guys, what is there a certain credit card company you need to get so that can happen, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't. I don't think it matters. I think for us, we were able to acquire our college credit cards from our bank, from our main bank.
Okay.
So that's like a start. And if you can't get that, then you can get always start off with a secure credit card. Like secure credit card is you preload the money into it and you use it.
Yeah.
And then you pay it back and you build your credit from there.
Yeah.
So so it all depends on it doesn't really matter which credit card you use. It's just making sure that you pay what you spend. Whatever you spend on that credit card, making sure that you pay it back on time.
Okay.
And through that it builds your credit.
Quick question, Nick. As far as the credit score, what would be the ideal credit score to have in order to obtain a property? Or because I know there's a lot of things that go behind it, as far as like the work years that you need to have, credit score you need to have, other things that are on your credit report that you need to have. So talk to us about what exactly do you need to have on your history, on your credit history, in order to obtain a property.
So with your credit history, you definitely have to have at least, to buy a house, you have to have at least, I would say, there are some lenders who are willing to take people with 580 credit scores, and you can go with the 620 credit score, 640 creded score. These are on the lower end of your credit history, on your credit points, but you're able to purchase a property with that. Like the lower your credit number is, the higher the interest rate, and the higher your credit score is, the lower your interest rate.
Wow. Okay.
But that's how it works. And I think it's I wouldn't because when we first purchased our home, my credit score, to be honest, when I first started working on my credit was horrible. I'm talking about like 530. It was at 530.
Nick, that ain't horrible, Nick. Try 424.
Yo.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
424. Man, I didn't even know that. God dang.
It was that's bad.
God
damn.
damn.
$600 a day. So holla at your boy. It's $600 a day. So it don't went up a couple.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're working.
Yeah.
You're working.
Exactly.
That's good. So yeah, man. So for me, it was like my credit score was like 530. So the thing is, what you have to do when it comes down to your credit, you have to look at your credit history. Look at what's going on with your credit report. So you can get a free credit report on, I think it's, I don't remember the name of it, of the
Credit Karma or something like that.
Credit Karma, you do get a credit score, but that's not too accurate.
Okay.
But you'll go on I believe it's annualcreditreport.com, and you can get an actual credit report, a free credit. Everyone is entitled to one free credit report every year on annualcreditreport.com. So you would go on there and basically look at what's on your credit history, what's going on. And what I found out for me was I had school loans that weren't being paid. So that was really bad for me. That really turned down my credit score. My credit score really, really low. And I seen that was one of the main things that was affecting it. So what I ended up doing was, the thing is too, you have to be able to tackle what is on your credit report you got to start being conscious of what's going on with your credit, And once you do that, that's when you'll be able to build your credit score the way you want it to be, or where you want it to be. So I began to get very conscious, and I started looking at ways to be able to take out these delinquent payments and stuff like that, and work on paying what I have to pay to build my credit the way I want it to be built. And that's what I started to do. And I was doing that. I was doing that consistently leading up to actually, going and getting a property.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it ended up working out for me. So my credit score ended up going from like 530, leading up to me purchasing my property. It was like at like a 700, 710 and a 683 or something like that. But it really that just goes to show you, like, when you put your mind to something and you get the work done and you pay what you need to pay, everything will work in your favor. But you got to be willing to take on that challenge.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, because Nick, that's what's killing me. I honestly have paid. I haven't made a single payment for any of my student loans.
Yeah, man, you need to do that, dog. You need to do that, dog.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at the balance when they send me an email and they talk about, hey, you got to pay $300 and something this month. I'll be like, man, nigga ain't even got that money, kid. Like, and they the last people. I'm really telling you how I be feeling about it, man. I don't know what money you use. Did you pay? My dad was like, you give him like $20 a month. I don't even know if that's gonna help. Like.
But you got the thing about what it's like, how I'm hearing it from Nick on his perspective and how I'm viewing it is like staying disciplined, not necessarily meaning okay, like you need to focus on paying it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more so like I gotta sacrifice something in order to pay this off. What exactly am I going to sacrifice? And by sacrificing whatever that you had to sacrifice is going to get you to the greater good of raising your credit score. So what he's talking about and how I'm viewing it as is like, okay, maybe this month I'm not going to be able to I'm just giving an example. Maybe this month, like, I'm not saying this happened to Nick or whatever, but like maybe this month I'm not able to watch TV this month, you know what I'm saying? But I'm able to put some money towards that credit line, that school bill that I had. You know what I'm saying? And there goes my credit score starting to raise up. Or maybe I can't eat this steak or this lobster this week or this month. I'll have to sacrifice that and then put that towards, you know what I'm saying, the school payment. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just things like that had me thinking, like, okay, the stuff that you want right now, you're not going to be able to obtain it right now, just not as of yet, but you will later. But your credit score will see significant improvement. So I got that out of what Nick was talking about.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just hearing him say that. Now I'm gonna do what I can to at least make an attempt to at least pay a little bit of it. You see, I did pretty good my damn self because I went from 400 something to 600. So I'm doing something. I'm doing something.
I didn't even know that thing was for something. You shocked the shit out of me. I'd have told you something a long time ago.
They said, hey, Robin, your score went over 100 and something points. What have you been doing? Man, I had got another credit card. Because, look, when this happens, when you get a credit card, they got me when I was young, Nick. I was 23 years old. I got something in the mail from Capital One telling me, you have a credit score high enough to get a credit card for $2,000, a $2,000 spending limit. Nick, how horrible is that? So you're young, you're 23, like $2,000? Man, I'm going to put all my bills on this card.
That's exactly what I did. And then I lost the job that was paying me so much money to pay it off, right? And now I was under. And then what happened? I had to default on the car. They kept bugging me. They're like, Robbie, your car's going to go to collection. I was like, fuck, just the other day I was celebrating, saying I had a car with a $2,000 limit. Now I hate it. Man, I threw that car away. I burned it. I slept, dog, Nick. I did everything to it. I don't even know where that car is now.
Wow.
Because that was some bullshit. What happened to me? And so, and then after that, on top of that, not only did I have that credit card, I had 2 credit cards. I had one for a $300 limit. I fucked up on that one. That shit ended up being $343 because I ended up not paying. And so what happened was I ended up paying off the $300, and then that same company a couple years later, I mean, just recently, I think last year, I decided to get that $300 card, $300 credit card back with that same company, and because I've been using it and I've been using it a little bit better, and I'm not using it as much, it's been helping my score jump. I remember 1 month it jumped 50 points. I was
That's
like,
awesome,
it's crazy, man. 540, like 540 something to 580 something. So I was happy, man. I'm like, yo, okay, it's working. But I'm starting to realize you don't use the credit card because at the end of the day, it ain't your money. Not unless you get the secure credit card that you were saying. It's not your money, kid. Because
to be honest, it's not your money. But the thing is, when you're using a credit card, you better have that money in your bank account.
Yeah.
If you're gonna use a credit card, you got to make sure you have that money in your bank account.
Yeah. As soon as I don't know if this is true, Nick. I mean, you can tell me if it is or not. But like I know when you're making payments towards your credit card, like as soon as you buy whatever off the credit card and you have that money in your account, you pay it right then and there. Is that true to raise your credit, or you just wait till the due date?
I would say pay it ahead. Like don't pay it right away. Don't pay it right away. Pay it like I was saying like that month. Within that month you have to pay it. Within that month you have to pay it before the next billing cycle.
Okay.
So they can see that history.
Oh. Okay.
But don't just use the money on the credit card and then you pay it the month that you're supposed to pay. You don't pay it. You pay it the next month. That's when it shows as a negative on your bank account. I mean on
your credit.
Your credit report. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
He's right.
So but I don't know. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you, Nick. Another question I have for you is just I'm gonna go back to the realtor thing. I was saying, after you get your real estate license or your realtor license, whatever it is for somebody, what's your plan? What should be somebody's plan of attack, Nick, and how should they go about building clientele?
As a realtor,
yourself? Yeah, a realtor or a real estate agent. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
I got you.
So as a realtor, I think the best thing that you do is start off with your database. Start off with the people that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know, hey, this is such and such. I just became a realtor. If you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell, please feel free to give them my information. Or you just have to go to your database first.
Right.
And because referral service is the best service. That's how your business continues. So you go to the people that you know. And then from there you work. Once you're done with your database, then you work on expanding and actually doing like cold calling, or what they call it. It's called lead generation. So you lead generate, you find you could do there's different ways you can lead generate. You could do expired listings, you can do for sale by owners, you can do foreclosures. It's just different things. You just have to go out and actually, before COVID, you were able to actually go out and do like door knocking. But now that's not the case. Right now you can't really door knock. So the best thing to do is just get on the phone and call. And Call as many people as you can, and as you keep on calling, you're gonna get one. You know, out of that 20 people that you call, you probably get one. And you have to ask. You have to. One of the most important things that I've learned is you have to be able to follow up with that one lead that you get. Make sure you follow up. Right. So that's something that. And another big thing that I think is very important when it comes to becoming a real estate agent is training, learning your scripts, and training as much as you can, and learning, you know, what is it that you need to say, what is it that you need to learn about the business, understand what you're talking about, understand the market that you're looking to actually work in. Let's say you want to work in Aventura, making sure you understand what's going on in that Aventura market, and just being trying to be the best realtor in that space.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dog. Straight up, dog. I was just about to ask you, Nick, about the whole script. I was like, do you guys have your own script, or do you guys just do your own thing? But yeah, you just definitely answered that question. Because I remember I was trying to do the whole real estate agent thing. And did you go through? Oh yeah, you didn't go through Keller Williams, did you? I don't think you did.
I'm actually a Keller Williams realtor right now.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. They said that you have to go to a lot of like workshops and all that. They always recommend it. They give you a whole calendar of all the things that they're doing. Is that's still the case, right?
That is still the case, man. And I think it's one of the best things that any first-time realtor can do is just learn as much as you can. Talk to the top real estate agents that are doing the damn thing in that section, and just learn from them, because you're not gonna know much. Like, so it's like you coming in as a newbie and you're a newbie. Like, you just gotta go out and grind, and like
exactly.
That's just how it is, man. Like the rookie is the rookie until he ain't the rookie.
Yeah,
but you have to grind.
But you gotta grind. Yeah, no, you're right. So Nick, you're talking about a contact list. You're like right now, since we're in this pandemic right now with the whole COVID thing. You said you gotta call a lot of people. You gotta reach out and call these different people. So those numbers, is it a list that you have, or is it like how do you obtain these phone numbers from people to get them to call you? Or you can't spill that juice. I know I don't want you to spill your juice. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, nah. No, I mean there are different apps that you can use to actually acquire other people's numbers and try to call. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to it, it's like you could go on Zillow, call people off of Zillow, for sale by owners on Zillow. Like all of these big companies like Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, things like that. You can use those.
Oh, so for the people that are looking. Oh, so for the people that are looking for homes and they're on that Zillow and all these different.
Well, the people looking for homes are not necessarily. You're not gonna necessarily find them like that. That's not how you're gonna find them.
Oh, okay.
That's not how you're gonna find them. But what you are gonna find are owners who are willing to sell, who are trying to sell their property on these platforms. So they call that for sale by owners. So if you can get yourself, if you could get a meeting with a for sale by owner and pitch out your ideas and how you're going to sell their property for them, or what is it that you bring to the table, then you have a chance to generate that lead and convert it into an actual listing. But that's just one thing. There's also expired listings. So let's say there is a listing that is on the market, but it ended up in 30 days. It ended up not selling.
Yeah.
You can find that we have something called the MLS, where you can find that information on that listing and give them a call and see more or less, hey, let's try to see what went wrong, see if you can go and get like a 15-minute interview and see more or less what is it that you can do as a realtor to get this house sold for that individual. But you know, it's just a matter of finding the way that you want to tackle it. But the easiest way that I know is actually going through your database, going through your phone database, your contacts, and seeing, you know, if you have anybody that's looking, or, you know, making them aware that, hey, you're a realtor, I'm a realtor, and these are the services that I provide. And if you know anyone, just please give me a call, and, you know, and go from there.
All right. And so, Nick, here's one of my favorite topics. The topic that I was looking forward to talking to you about is being a landlord. I wanted to ask you, Nick, how do you become a landlord, and what is the process like?
Okay, all right. So back to to be a landlord. Okay. So back to when me and my wife first purchased the house. Mm-hmm. When we first purchased the house, like I said, it was a rinky dink. So when we purchased it at I would say it was a good price at the time, but it didn't look like a good price at that time. But it was a good price. Mm-hmm. And we were able to get a lot of benefits from the seller. The seller was able to assist us in our closing costs, assist us with certain things, so where we didn't really have to come out too much out of pocket when it came down to purchasing the house.
Right.
Which that gave us an advantage to be able to put work into the house.
Okay.
So so we were at an advantage to be able to put work in the house because we had a little bit of money left to where if we wanted to renovate the house, we can do it. So what we actually did was with that extra little cash that we had, we actually used that to fix the house. But before we did that, we had, mind you, I was telling you, we worked on our credit score and everything. So, you know, after we purchased the property and we had the keys in our hand, what we did was we got a credit card. Now this is like getting a credit card, and you know, while doing renovations, you really have to be very, very disciplined with that. So what we ended up doing was we ended up getting the credit card and getting funded with that credit, or getting a credit limit of about like 10 grand. 10 grand.
Oh yeah. My God.
Which is great. Yeah, which is great. And how we strategized on fixing the property was we would use the extra cash that we had from buying the house. We'd use that to pay labor, and for materials we'll use our credit cards. Mind you, you know, when you get a first credit card, a lot of these credit card companies, they have incentives for first-time credit card holders, or for like they'll give you like a 0% APR, a 0% interest for about 15 months to 18 months. So the money that you're using on those credit cards basically help you out, where you don't have to pay the interest on that money for 18 months, but you have to be able to pay that down. So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up buying, you know, using the credit cards and a little bit of cash that we had to renovate the house. Now, the good thing is, when you renovate a house, there's something called appreciation, and there's something called equity. Mm-hmm. So because we fixed the house, that instantly brought up the equity of the home. Right. And the appreciation of the home, because we did the floors, we did the kitchen, we did both bathrooms. So we actually put in some work. And so from doing that, fast forward us doing that, couple of 2 years, 3 years, the house appreciated for a good amount. So let's say we first bought the house for $180. We bought the house for 180 at the time. We did renovations and everything. Fast forward a couple years, now the house, we do something that was called an appraisal. So when you do an appraisal, you basically get the value of the home. What's the value of the home at that current time? Right. So we did an appraisal, and the home valued at least $300,000. $300,000.
That's good.
So we bought the house. We bought the house for 180, and the house in 3 years valued over $300,000. $300,000. So, with that being said, you are given a it's a strategy called the Burr strategy, where you buy a property. We didn't even know we were doing this, but we were doing it. So you buy the property, you rehab it, and then you refinance it. After you rehab it, you refinance it. Take that and then you rent it out. But when you refinance it, we did a cash out refinance. So with that cash out refinance, we were able to take that money and buy another property with the cash out refinance.
Wow.
Yeah. So once we did that, once we did the cash out refinance, we were able to buy another property with that same money, but we kept the house. So now, when we bought our second house, we moved to our second house, and now we rented out the house that we had before. So that's how we were able to become landlords, in that process. And anybody could do that process. That's the beauty of owning real estate, is you have access to, building equity, your house appreciation, and this stuff is like, it's an amazing thing, and that's how you definitely create generational wealth. So that was just one, That
was deep. So Nick, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask Nick which one he prefers a little bit more, the grind towards the real estate or the landlord grind? Because man, like both of them are pretty hefty. Like I'm just looking at it like, okay, which one do you like? Which one do you like better? Is it the landlord? Is it real estate? 'Cause, I mean, you're doing both, but which one catches your eyes a little bit more?
Man, to be honest, I love both, man, because I love taking care of people and making sure I'm getting them in the best position that will work for them. And I love being a landlord, being a renter. I wouldn't trade it for the word. I think it works hand in hand because I have the experience. So for me, I think it works hand in hand. I mean, you definitely have to have a vehicle to make money. Like, you have to have a vehicle to make money. You can't buy property without making money. So you need something. And for me, I believe working as a real estate agent is kind of like the best of both worlds. I'm being able to assist somebody, and at the same time, I'm getting myself a commission, by doing that. But it's not all about that. It's more of making sure I get the person where they need to be,
right,
and giving them my experiences.
That's dope.
Yeah. So I
can't fall in love with the process.
I can't really say. I think they work hand in hand. I could do both. Ultimately, my goal is to probably transition over to just having rentals and stuff like that. That's where you create the passive income. That's where passive income comes from. But you got to put a little legwork to get to that passive income. So.
Mm-hmm. I want to get to that too, Nick. Because me and my wife want to start doing that. So, Nick, would you say it's better for a couple to get a house that's not worth that much money, go in there, rehab it, and refinance it, and then rent it out? Would you say that's better than going out there and just buying that expensive ass house that's already in good shape, good condition? You think they should go the route that you went or the other route?
I mean, I would say for those who are Man, to be honest, I think it will be best for me. The way I look at it is your first home is not your forever home. When you have that perspective of knowing that your first home is not your forever home, then you know, okay, this is an investment for my long term, but this is not my dream home. That's how I took it. That's how I was taking that whole thing. Like, this is not my dream home, but this is the step to me getting to my dream home.
Yeah, you convicted the fuck out of me, kid. I got problems, Nick. I'll be like, man, I want that nice ass crib. Oh yeah, Nick, you gotta break this down to me. How do you rehab it? You made it sound like you was breaking down the house. Like, are you doing the stuff that the property brothers be doing on TV? What are you saying? Or do you have your own little crew? And how did you assemble that crew for people that want to know how exactly you go about rehabbing the house? Because, you need people that are experienced in that. Break that down.
I mean, you have to. The thing is, you got. Well, I live in Miami, man. So Miami, you have a lot of handymen. Like, you have a lot of people. That's the bread and butter of Miami. Is house development, handyman, contractors, things like that. So what I did was me and my wife, we ended up having, just calling a couple of people, calling a couple of contractors, making sure, trying to find the best quotes. Because you always want to have more than one, quote, so you can be able to make sense of what the numbers are going to look like.
Right.
So that's what we ended up doing. I think gradually, as we were doing it, we were building up a team and building up that. I mean, it's like something that it's always going to change. Like, your team is always going to change. It's like you're going to find people who have specific things that they do, like things that they do that they're great at. And this person is going to be who you go for the electricity. This is the person you're going to do for the AC. This is the person you're going to do for the kitchen. It's like you just find those people, and you find it all works together when you find those people. But it definitely was one or two. We definitely got one or two quotes, making sure that we have find the best deal, the best pricing, because some people will come and try to hit you across. Especially us being so young. When we purchased our house, I think I was 24, 25. So people looking at us, they thought this is the funny thing. So, when we were living in the house, someone knocked, I think it was a neighbor or something, that came and knocked on the door, and they were like, and then I opened the door, and then she was like, where are your parents, or where are your parents, or the owners of the house? I'm like, I'm the owner. I'm like, oh, I'm back. She was Haitian. She was like, I'm back on there. I didn't know that. I didn't know, Like, I'm like, come on. So it's like us being so young and having a property is like, it seemed crazy. It looked crazy to them. It looked crazy. But yeah, so, it's just back to what I was saying, it's a matter of getting your quotes and calling people. We went on OfferUp, finding people, or we had referrals of people who already had a property and had people that worked for them. So we just did. That's how we did it, man. And it worked out. It worked out in our favor.
Your boy's gonna be coming out there, like I said to you, like a few days ago when we were on the phone. I'm gonna be going back out there. I'm like very, very soon. I'm gonna be back. It's nothing better to be back to 305, kid. Like, after being away from it for like 10 years, man, you appreciate it so much more, kid. People don't even realize it.
Yeah.
A lot of people that live in Miami probably take it for granted. They take it for granted. They don't appreciate the beach. They don't appreciate the diversity until you go somewhere else where it doesn't have that at all. You just don't appreciate it.
Yeah, that's true.
But they just don't. But Nick, oh my goodness. So that's how you go about the concert. I thought you were gonna I thought you went through Home Advisor. You ever seen that commercial? They be like,
I know, man. Home Advisor is too. Oh, heck.
You see, Nick know what I'm talking about. I was like,
come on, man.
I thought you was about to tell me in their home advisor, kid. I'm like, dog, I know you didn't go that route. So so what website did you go on to find these contractors though? Because there has to be a point of contact, like somewhere.
Like I said,
where you could reach
yo, listen, I had the people that I was able to get was through referrals. Someone referred them to me. Mm-hmm. Or I went on OfferUp, or I went on certain sites like OfferUp to find people who did specific things.
Okay.
And just going and finding and looking for someone and looking at their work, seeing what type of work they do, see if they're licensed, and making sure that I'm getting the best deal. Because there's some people that will always come. They'll come and they'll be like, oh, blah 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 blah. We'll do your We'll give you a brand new couch for $10,000. It don't make sense.
It don't.
Hell no, it don't make sense. I don't want that couch.
It don't make sense.
That
don't make sense.
That couch better be able to turn into a car, a home, $10,000.
It don't make sense. So I'm looking for the best deal. I'm looking for the best deal. In doing that, you learn the numbers. You begin to learn numbers. And learn, okay, this is the average price that someone charges to get this done.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's what goes on. Like, these are things you don't just learn them like that. You learn it through experience, through going through it and having a better understanding.
Yeah, right.
So that's a big thing.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, you broke it down really, really good for me, man.
Yeah.
Just listening to the insight that you're giving me, it's making me feel like, okay, maybe I gotta go a different route when I go out there. Not necessarily look for the most expensive crib, but find a way to turn money into a crib that isn't worth it at first, but it will be worth it for my family in the long run.
Oh yeah.
Now you're giving me a different whole mindset. I appreciate that, dog. And I wanted to ask you, how do you go searching for a property? I listened to a podcast on Secret to Success podcast and Jamal King. I don't know if you know who he is. He basically said him and I think his agent or something, they had to look at 77 properties until they found the right one. So how do you go about searching for properties, man? Like how do you go about that?
Well, at the time, you talking about at the time when I was buying my property or now?
Well, you can say both.
Different.
Both is fine.
Okay. Because when I was first buying, I was looking at Zillow.com, Realtor.com, looking at houses at the areas that I wanted to live in. So those were my best friends. Those apps right there were my best friends. So I would do that, and then I would actually drive around in areas that I wanted to live in. I'll actually drive around to see if I could find some houses, because sometimes you can't find houses on these sites like that.
Yeah, you gotta go around and look.
You gotta go around and look. So that's what me and my wife are doing. The thing is, with me and my wife, man, when we're set on something, we get it done. Like we are stalkers. So we were stalking Zillow and Realtor.com. We were stalking it, man. And man, that's just one thing that we do, like, and that we did until we were able to find something that we could settle on.
I got you. Yeah, because I remember
if you have a realtor though too as well, realtors have more access to different things, or to different they have wider access.
Oh,
so you
different
can
markets.
So they can find markets.
Yeah.
So they can find cribs for you. So it's a good thing to have a realtor as well. Not just go out there and look for yourself.
I got you. I like that, Nick. I like it, man. Yeah, man. You pretty much answered all of my questions that I had, Nick. Joe, do you have anything else for Nick?
No, not necessarily. I think I asked everything that I had to ask as far as like the process of it. What guidelines do you need to have? as far as like the real estate and the landlord, and he broke everything down very well with great explanation. So I think everything's accounted for.
Yeah, man.
So, it's crazy.
This is interesting, man. It's interesting, man. I just look at it. Like go back to my parents, man. When they first purchased their house and stuff like that, I think it's that foundation of seeing what they did, you know, with little to nothing.
Matter of fact, I do have a question.
Okay, go ahead. Hit me with it.
I do have a question. So
I just sparked the question.
you kind of did spark a question. So we're talking about different things as far as like, you know, buying homes, real estate, things of that nature. So I don't know if I don't know how much knowledge you know about buying land, right? So my mindset, and I told my brother about this like a couple of days ago. I think I don't know if you remember about it, but what I wanted to do was purchase land, buy a home, and then sell it. That way I have the property tax, the property itself. I have that as well as the home. Yeah. Is that a better way of going about it when buying literally the whole property and the home, or just the house itself?
I think when it comes, I don't know too much about, you know, buying land, but I think from my understanding, if you're gonna buy land and you're gonna build a property on that land, you got to make sure that there's people that's doing the same thing that you're doing in that same area.
Okay.
So you can have some kind of like a value reference when you're building your house. That's the only thing that I would say is making sure you have a value reference, because you don't want to just be the only house on Timbuktu Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
So I think that's buying land is I believe it's a beautiful thing to buy land, but you got to understand where you're buying the land, how long is it going to take to develop that land, or, you know, like, these are certain things that you got to look for. Like, if you're going to buy land, you want to know that, okay, down the street, you know, there's a huge plaza with the Publix, with the Target, you know, just a family arcade center right down the street. If I buy this land in this area, that means that most likely they're gonna build in this area. So if I buy that land in this area, 9 times out of 10, someone is gonna want to buy me out or something. So it's just understanding more or less where you're buying your land and what is it that you plan on doing with the land. So that's my opinion.
Boy, what an episode! What a fucking episode, boy! I mean, this nigga's putting me on game right now. Like, hey, you're right. You rather listen to somebody who's actually doing it, because they actually have real momentum, versus when you like read a book and you're going off of your momentum, but your momentum isn't like seasoned momentum. So you got to listen to somebody who's actually doing it. You get way more out of it. I mean, I still read books though, but I got a lot out of this. And yeah, Nick. So definitely, I told my wife, when we are looking at cribs down in Florida, we will definitely holler at you, dog, because I got to get some school. I got to live in an area where the schools are at least better than where we went.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, don't cut Grant Knee short, man.
No.
Oh, never. Oh, no.
Listen.
Not Grant Knee. I'm talking about high school kids. Yeah.
You gotta, to be completely honest with you, North Miami is not the same. Grant Knee is not the same. These schools have changed.
What do you mean?
Oh, they're even better?
They're getting better.
Oh, okay.
They're getting better.
I thought you was about to say something crazy, like they getting worse or something. I was like, oh, damn, Grant Knee got worse.
No, they're getting better. They're getting better. Like these areas are basically, Man, I don't know, man. To me, from me driving into North Miami, I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this thing is changing. It's either some type of gentrification or what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But
shit, I don't even know if it's being gentrified, nigga. It's like the same people that I saw when I was growing up over there. I don't know. It's like the city.
I be visiting my peoples. I mean, I'm not gonna say like a lot of people got out the hood, but most of them got out the hood and moved up to Broward. But some of the people but it's definitely not the same. It's not clearly the same, but you could feel some similar vibes that you felt when you were younger. Like that's all I feel.
For me, I looking at it and looking at the properties and stuff like that, the property value has went up the roof in that area, in those areas in North Miami. And I'm like, man, like this is crazy. And that's another thing too. That's another thing too. When it comes to buying properties, especially what's going on now, when it comes down to like these stimulus bills that are being given out, these stimulus checks that are being given out, the power of the U.S. dollar is losing value. So when the power of the U.S. dollar loses value, that means your purchasing power has to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, so now
like you lose purchasing power, so that means like inflation is going to be a killer. So when inflation is a killer, that means the prices of properties are going to go up, the prices of your milk is going to go up. These things are going to happen within the next 10 years, and it's going to be crazy. So that's why I don't see property values actually going down anytime soon. They might flatline, but they won't be going down anytime soon.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm not the biggest fan of the checks. I mean, the first one was cool, but I hope they don't do the whole second round, dog. Like, they got to stop. But you know the crisis that they're dealing with? There's a lot of Americans who don't want to go to work anymore. What type of shit is that?
Yeah.
Hello, man. You got an economy that needs to run.
You got to understand, though. You got to understand the times have changed, man. Times have changed completely, man. These couple of months that this COVID-19 has took on the U.S. and the globe, it has changed the market forever. Because people don't want to spend. People don't want to spend. People don't want to really go out like that. You can find a few people, but a lot of these businesses that were on and popping are not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them clubs is a wrap. For real. You laughing. Them clubs is a wrap. Everybody.
I don't know about the clubs.
Cocos.
Everybody. I think the clubs are going to be turned. The clubs are going to be turned.
First of all, Coco's been shut down. You know what's shut down now, Nick? King of Diamonds is shut down.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
I didn't know that. They turned that whole thing into a Chevy car dealing place?
Yeah.
Like, bro, what? Come on, dog. Putting bullshit in an area. Nobody wants to deal with no machine place, kid.
Yeah, put something worth of value over there, kid. Like
a car dealership. Fuck out of here.
I don't know, man.
Oh, you should see what they're doing over here, man. They make fast food fucking restaurants. You get areas of land, and that's what they put. Fast food restaurant places. Come on, dog. You know everyone's gonna die eating this shit. I don't give a fuck though.
I mean, that's what it is. It's either food or it's a way to get to the food.
I mean, that's another form of real estate too. If they're buying, the people that are building McDonald's and Taco Bell and Wendy's in an area, they understand that market is developing, that area is developing. So why not just put those in there? So you just have to find a way to become that person that bought that land, to rent that land to them.
That's what I'm going to do, because
Nick, saying.
Right, because you see how the world is advancing technology-wise, and you bring in these little bullshit jobs that don't pay people anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say let's make the people rich out here, but let's keep up with the times. I don't feel like we are. I feel like we're kind of you know, like corporation-wise, it's like a handful of good companies that pay you a lot of money, but the rest is just average. God damn, give me a company. Let me run it. Let me show you how it's done.
Man, and that's why I give it to y'all boys, man, because to be honest, you guys are doing something that, you know, like building your own brand. And I give it to you guys, man, because that's in these times, that's what you need. You know, you got to build your own brand and branch out and become your own boss.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
got to give y'all boys y'all flowers, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It's not easy, man. It was scary. I was saying this for the longest. I'm like, yo, I gotta do this podcast, man. I was scared as hell. But then I said, fuck it, let me do it. You know, I got nothing but time during this pandemic. Let's do it. Get it?
Yeah, man.
I don't regret it. I started off with one guy, now Joe's on. It's
man.
Crazy,
it's definitely gonna. Man, I pray that it keeps on going and continues on, man, because, you know, it's good to see those that you grew up with, you know, doing something and actually excelling, you know. So I give it to y'all boys, man. I give it to y'all.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, Nick, you ought to get your own real estate podcast, bro. You have some valuable information. I'm telling you right now, somebody listening to this, okay, they're taking some heavy notes. Or they're going to try to figure out, how do I get in contact with this guy?
Exactly. So drop your contact, Nick. Drop your contact right now. Let people know how to get in contact with you. They're trying to purchase a home, figure out the landlord information, or you just, you know, you just want to holler at Nick. Go ahead, drop that.
Yeah, man. If anybody want to hit me up, man, you can get me on Instagram at buywith_Nick. That's buywith_Nick. And we can go from there, man. The link is in the bio and everything. If you want to hit me up, chop it up, let me know.
Nick gave up the stuntman name? Nick gave up the stuntman name?
No stuntman.
No stuntman.
No stuntman. No stuntman. Yo, man, you got to understand, man. And I think I've gone through so much phases in my life, man, and I don't regret nothing at all, but I know that it's only up from here, man.
It is, man.
I feel you, Nick. I kind of missed it, Nick. I didn't get to joke around with that Nick too much because that Nick was hurting my feelings too much. It's not fair, Nick. I didn't get to have my fun. I didn't get to have that fun, Nick.
This is where you cut the recording, right?
This is exactly where you gotta cut the recording.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. We can chop it up now.
Yeah, come on. Hey, yo, we appreciate you. Go ahead.
No. You can cut it right there.
Yeah, you can cut it.
But Nick, yeah, we definitely appreciate you getting on here with us, dog, putting us on the real estate game. Where we got a lot of notes. We took a lot out of it.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we got a lot out of it, nigga. And trust me, when I tell you, when we go out there to Florida, bro, we going to holler at you, man. Trust me, man. We going to be doing some kind of business together. I need to do business with somebody I've known for a long time, man.
If you want to, man, I'm also doing crypto. I'm in crypto too, so it's, you know, that's another subject that we can chop up on.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to promote, hey, we got to get you on another episode, nigga. Is that what it means?
Probably might have to run it back. I'm just letting you know, man. You might have to run it back, man. So that's another thing that I'm passionate about too, so, you know.
Cryptocurrency? Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
We let's save that for another episode, but
No, that's another episode,
late into the game. Yeah. I got into the game a little too late with that. I wish I would have got it in earlier, man. But yeah, dog, we appreciate you for getting on, Nick. Thank you for all the gems, all the diamonds you dropped, man. I guarantee you that this didn't only change my life. No, it changed somebody else's life. Somebody's gonna get a breakthrough from this, dog. But yeah, Nick, we appreciate you, dog. Yay.
I hope so.
Hell yeah.
Shit, I just did. Goddamn.
I hope so, man.
I'm happy.
That's good.
It's gonna really help Joe out, man. You know, just turned 26, man. I wish when I was 26, I had this kind of information. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Boy, man, and there's so much more too, man. There's so much more. Like even at your age, Joe. Like if you put yourself in a position, man, you can actually go ahead and buy yourself a duplex or something or a triplex and do something that's called. Yeah, do house hacking, man. Live in one, and
that's
then
the thing.
rent
Like,
out the other ones.
I really never knew how to go about it. Like my people was telling me about it because remember when I was my brother I was working at Dawn. It's a warehouse company or whatnot. I was working at there and I was literally making like 25 every 2 weeks, almost basically 5,000 every month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was eating over there. And my people was just like, yo, you need to do something with the money that you got. Like, go do something. Go buy a property. Go rent this out. And I was like, man, I don't even know what to really do. Like, I really don't know what to really do. I was like, the first thing and only thing I knew what I wanted to do was just get my credit score up. And that was really much it. That's what I was working on. That was literally it. So, but it got to a little stoppage right here because I'm just trying to finish up school and get this CPA license right now. That's all I'm trying to get right now. So
okay.
That's what I'm trying to focus on right now.
Bro, you young, man. You young. You got you probably have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend. You don't have any kids right now. Just take advantage, man. Take advantage.
Yep, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. And and that's why, like I said, man, he has a good circle. Like, just people you reconnect with that could literally put him in a mindset where he's going to be just winning, dog. He's going to be seeing things from different perspectives. He just need to be around people that are winning, and that's just what's so important. I wish I was around people that were winning and not only just one round when I was his age, but different rounds. So I didn't just think that one round was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dog. Yeah, appreciate you, Nick. We will definitely do this again. A different episode, probably be cryptocurrency. Maybe you could put me on game on that. Maybe a different platform so I can even invest in that because I'm always open to that type of stuff. But yeah, Nick, we hope you have a great weekend. Hey, tell the wife I said was good. Tell Nick Jr. was good.
Oh.
Yeah, Nick has a little junior out there, boy. Nick Jr.
I got another one on the way, bro.
What?
Yeah.
God,
so
on the way.
That's going on. That's going on number 4.
That's on the way, Nick.
Yeah.
Another son or another jit on the way.
Another jit. Number 4.
Man, Nick, you hilarious. You were just telling me you was done the other day. Yeah, man.
I thought so too.
I'm thinking that I'm done. Nah, man. When you get in there, hey, we got to cut the podcast up. People are gonna be like, damn, this nigga now.
All right, man.
Hey, they're like, oh, that's who Robbie is. That's a rap right there. That's a rap right there.
You can't cut it off, right? You can cut it off.
Oh no, I actually can. I can cut it off.
Yeah, cut it off. Cut it off. But I'm saying, like, can you chop it up?
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna cut it off. I'll cut off that part. You can talk. But yeah, man, I'll holler at you, Nick, and congratulations. Hopefully, I can get one soon, and I'll have a little king, man, because that's what I want.
All right,
girls are cool, but I want a son. All right, man. I'll holler at you, Nick.
All right, man. Joe left? You said Joe left?
No, I'm still.
Okay, all right, Joe, man. It was good talking to you too, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate everything that you did, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, most def. All right, then, y'all guys.
All right, man.
We'll chop it up. Yeah, man. Bills.